How old was your sister?
My sister was 38 years old. She left 4 children behind. The baby died in February the 1st of this year.
The Africa AIDS epidemic has not spared Uganda. 1.2 million people are living with HIV/AIDS. Over 600,000 of those are women, and 150,000 are children. During the past 25 years in Uganda, AIDS has left over 1 million orphans. In the northwest corner of Uganda, abutting Congo and South Sudan, is a town called Arua, where 2 women are trying to change those statistics. For years, mothers suffering from HIV/AIDS would not admit they were infected, as the cultural stigma for women HIV positive is terrible. With disclosure, HIV positive women risk being thrown out of their home, their village, beaten and starved. It is safer for them to remain silent. In 2000, Sister Grace Udi, working for the Arua Regional Referral Hospital, was diagnosed with HIV. As a midwife, Sister Grace saw the loneliness and fear in HIV-positive pregnant women and mothers she cared for.
Some of them used to tell me that they were being beaten by their husbands, others were stigmatized by the relatives of the man. The husbands or the partners would tell them to go away from their home just because they came to test first and were found HIV positive. And most of the partners were in denial. They didn't want to come to test as well.
In 2003, she decided to try and start a peer support group for HIV-positive women to talk about their situation.
I wish they could come together and form a group where they could share their problems. Maybe when they're in a group like that, they can be able to console each other, they can be able to discuss their problems, the others can be able to give ideas.
Despite the fact it took great courage to admit being HIV positive, a small group of women started meeting under the mango tree on the hospital grounds to give each other support. Slowly, the group grew. Preventing mother-to-child transmission, also called PMTCT, is a medical program which offers antiretroviral drugs to HIV-positive pregnant women before delivery and to her infant immediately following delivery, and guides breastfeeding to early weaning at 6 months. Pregnant women who choose this program can dramatically reduce the transmission of HIV infection to their infants. In 2005, Katie Knock, a pediatric emergency medicine physician from Albuquerque, New Mexico, came to Arua and met Sister Grace and the women in the Arua PMTCT peer support group. Dr. Knock found that despite this life-giving and personal support program, 35 to 50% of mothers walk away from participating due to AIDS-related stigma. Dr. Knock thought that economic empowerment of these women would help decrease the social stigma of AIDS and give these mothers the strength to say yes to the option of PMTCT to protect their unborn infant. She knew there was a wonderful fabric market in Arua that sold very high and batiqued waxed cotton. She thought the women might be able to make simple but high-quality table linens to sell in Uganda and the US, thus learning a marketable skill of sewing and earning income. With one pedal sewing machine donated by the hospital, the mothers learned to sew table linens that are sold in Kampala and in the US at house parties.
If they get some income-generating activities, they will be able to support themselves and their families.
Since 2008, the mothers have earned enough money for their personal families, as well as to build their own freestanding workshop that now houses 8 sewing machines. And this year, 5 senior mothers are part of a microfinance program where they will learn how to start their own businesses, making school uniforms for AIDS orphans attending local schools.
And it has really strengthened the mothers. Now it has made the burden which they used to carry lighter.